I have to remember which pocket. I have two speeches, one for tonight and one for this morning. Mr. Loh Pak Yong, Commissioner of Charities, Mr. David Gerald, President of the Securities Investors Association Singapore, distinguished speakers and panelists, fellow members of the Charities Councils, ladies and gentlemen, wish each and every one of you a very good morning, and welcome to the third Charity Governance Conference. The theme of today's conference is Governance for Charities in the 21st Century. I'm heartened by the turnout that I see before me, and it shows that all of you are serious about knowing more and ensuring that your organizations are well run in accordance with the Code of Good Governance. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank SIAS for this year's conference. This is SIAS' 7th Corporate Governance Week, and they have specially put aside a day for charities, as governance is important for both corporate and charities. So thank you, Gerald, SIAS. I also like to thank the distinguished speakers and panelists who have joined us today to share valuable insights that will be of great use in your daily work. The first topic for today's conference will focus on charities and corporations. While charities and corporations are rather distinct entities, good governance is critical for both. Corporates have their code of corporate governance, whereas charities have the code of governance for charities and institutions of a public character. Both codes set out the best practices in good governance and management practices. And they have many similarities, ranging from board independence to having in place policies like whistleblowing and risk management. Charities can draw lessons on governance by examining the practices of the corporate sector to see what is relevant and good for to model after. We can also draw lessons from past pitfalls to avoid committing similar mistakes. In fact, good governance may even be more pertinent for charities, given that they are largely dependent on donations and grants and serve numerous beneficiaries. Without good governance, public confidence in your charity would be shaken, and your charity might not be able to sustain the good work it aspires to do. As past examples have shown, trust and confidence in charities are slow to build up and fast to dissolve. With the rise of online and new media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, and Storm, news with positive and negative are communicated at faster speed and to a wider audience. Hence, negative publicity, if not managed properly, can be very damaging to charities, and it might take years to recover and to regain the public trust. So charities should gear themselves to be prepared to manage any onslaught of comments resulting from negative publicity on both traditional and new media platforms. I think this topic is very important. I mean, all of you are probably on Facebook and various other social media, and you know there are a lot of false news, people out of mischief, twist the facts. So you really have to be very careful and make sure that you don't give any excuse. And one thing that you need to bear in mind, once it goes on the internet, it remains there forever. Even if you do something to right it and correct it, anyone who Google about your organizations will pull out something from the past. And very often they don't even realize it's news from 8 years ago or 10 years ago, and they think it's current. So avoid having any negative news on the social media, because once it gets there, that's it. It's impossible to remove it. Aside from learning from corporate experience, I would like to encourage both companies and charities to look out for more opportunities for collaboration. Such partnerships can be mutually beneficial, leading to greater awareness and understanding of social issues and greater vitality for both organizations. The collaboration need not only involve the provision of financial support, but it may also enable charities to broaden their volunteer base and gain access to kind donations and professional skills. Through these collaborations, corporates can generate recognition for the good works in society and increase employee engagement and retention. I once spoke to HSBC that does quite a lot of meaningful CSR, not just giving out money, but involving the staff in makeovers of single roomers, as well as rooms where they have 3 or 4 children sharing a room to make it a better environment for them to be able to study. And I said, why do you do it? And the answer was that the staff who were involved in these projects, it touched them and it changed them. So when they go back to the office, the way they serve customers becomes different because they become a changed person. They have more compassion in them. Good governance in a charity starts with strong leaders. Most charities operate with very lean manpower and are largely dependent on volunteers to perform governance and management roles, which typically would be staffed by qualified persons in corporates. Thus, some charities might not be very well versed in the financial and regulatory requirements and may face challenges in establishing governance procedures. Hence, if more professionals and persons with corporate background step up to serve on the boards and various committees of charities, they can help to strengthen the governance capabilities in the sector by sharing their knowledge and experience. I know many charities have told me it's so difficult to get volunteers, and I think it's a chicken and egg situation. Those of us in this room who are volunteers, who are retirees or professionals, I can share with you our thinking. Having worked so long and retired successfully, we say, why do I want to get involved with this charity? Their reputation don't sound very good. You know, it is a risk for someone who has already established their position and their career. So really, you can help yourself by showing that you're serious about corporate governance. Then only can you attract professionals to come and join you. If they're not convinced that you're serious, why would anyone, a professional who has a successful life, want to join a messy outfit and risk having their reputation soiled? Think about it. But if you are in that position, just by showing that you're serious about it will help, and every professional is willing to come forward to help. But what a professional don't want to be involved in is with a charities that they are not convinced is serious about changing. So even if your charity isn't in financial or governance trouble, your board and management should be alert to opportunities of collaboration that will improve efficiency and sustainability. It's best to do this before your charity reaches crisis mode. Hence, I encourage all charities and corporates present to network and a chance to familiarize yourself with each other's work, and let it be the start of many wonderful collaboration ahead. Charities who are interested to find out more about skills-based volunteerism may approach NVPC, who can help to match you to the persons with the right skill set. Just now, Gerald mentioned something about culture and DNA, rather. And early on, before the conference started, I was having a conversation, and I said, my biggest fear, we push corporate governance, risk management, that many of you will end up developing a checklist, and then tick, 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 I've done this, this, this. ultimately, if you think of it, it boils down to the individuals in your organizations. It is individuals who do wrong. Organization is just an organization. And how do you then ensure that every individual in your organization is thinking right, doing the right thing? So it must be part of your culture, part of your value system. That means everyone is involved. If staff members see that the boards are not very serious about corporate governance, you can give them a checklist. It will just be done mechanically. So it must be in your DNA before it works. It boils down to each and every person in an organization. So before I conclude, I'm pleased to inform you that we will also be celebrating the 4th Charity Governance Awards and the inaugural Charity Transparency Awards later tonight at the Sheraton Towers. Tonight's awards will recognize charities that have performed outstandingly in the area of good governance and transparency. We hope to see more charities being awarded in the years to come. This is your mark of recognition, and rapidly we are growing into more informed giving. And what it really means is that donors in the future will be looking for all these indications of which charities they think their donations is going to stretch and achieve more good works. It is also my hope that all charities will strive towards being better equipped and prepared for the challenges in the 21st century. With your commitment, I'm sure we can do well, as the Charity Council remains dedicated to walk this journey of good governance with you. I wish all of you a very fruitful discussion and look forward to seeing you again at the next council event. Thank you very much.